I ran away from the pain, felt like my home was not the same. I ran away, now I see there's no one else close to me, and still I dream about my childhood. And still my home holds a place for me. Why can't you see?
Hi guys, to everyone, it's Ada from Pause and Rock, and I have the pleasure to have with me Kit Vipers, that I was looking forward to interview because your sound and your voice is amazing, it's stunning. So first of all, I mean the most, as I say, the most underrated question: how are you? Because now we don't ask how are you anymore. Most of the
No, no, of course not. Thank you for having me, Ada. It's a pleasure talking to you here in Poison Rock. How are you? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling grateful for everything that happens to me because ever since I started doing music, life started opening to me in a different way. I started meeting right people. They just pop in front of me, and I'm just like, oh, where have you been for the last 20 years?
that's
So yeah, I'm really good. Thank you.
that's beautiful, like because it like I said always when for things to be happen you have to move in a direction, because if
Yeah.
you're standing still, things will never happen, because things
Mm-mm.
don't pour on you. I mean, that would be amazing, but things don't pour on you because you think about that you have to move towards that direction. So I guess you move towards music. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you like how your journey started, like who was at least mainly Kit before jumping into the music scene, and how you ended up in the music and as well songwriting scene.
Yeah. So there have been two major things that have happened in my life that really turned me into the music. The first one was the concert of Mark Knopfler that I've been to in Verona. There's a beautiful Arena di Verona.
Yeah,
Looks just like a Colosseum in Rome. It's just the same thing. It's absolutely amazing, and the concert there was absolutely great. But the thing that the Mark said on the stage has like made me think a lot because he
okay.
said he's been in music for a long time, and he's had a really long journey, and
Yeah,
his family is advising him to stop because it's quite hard to make to do the touring and everything. But what he said there is that I didn't want to stop because I enjoy it. I like this thing.
yeah,
And the question for myself was, am I gonna like what I'm doing? And I was doing something different then, back then. Am I gonna like what I'm doing when
yeah.
I'm gonna be his age? Answer was no.
You're gonna
And I was
enjoy.
like, and it got me like whew, sweaty palms, you know? And I was like, would I enjoy what he's doing? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely yes. So that question was with me for quite a few years. And then the war started in Ukraine, and I was in Kiev at the moment when it all started. And like 6 months into the war, I've on one day I just snapped. I just like it just appeared to me that I don't want to spend another day not doing music. I didn't know what to do, where to go,
Yeah.
where should I start, and if it's gonna work out at all. But I just understood that there's no way around it. I just gotta do it, and that's it. And the
And
rest is history.
and then you moved out. You moved in, like you started to travel for
Um,
to
so
compose.
yeah, so the story goes, so I decided to do the music, and for 2 years I stayed there back in Ukraine, my mother's house, and like the farm and all the people that were there. And I found myself a teacher online, British guy, a vocal coach, Anthony Wade, who's been guiding me in building my voice and overall musicality for two
Okay.
years. Like every day, 5 hours per day of singing, of
Wow.
trying to make myself. Along the journey, I taught myself to play the piano because I used to play guitar, but I didn't know anything about the piano. So I taught myself this. And yeah, and after that, yeah, I've moved to Barcelona, and now I've met the guys who I'm recording with, the producers and the band that I'm working with, they're absolutely amazing. And now I'm here trying to make this happen because what I want for this is to be my life. Hmm.
I mean, I think you're going pretty well as well. I'm just because, of course, at least to see on Spotify to find the single, you have like the better view. And I say for myself, we have this thumbs up everywhere, high thumbs up, like. But the number of the streaming are really great for being since 1 year that you are out there, a couple of years. Like it's the number are really great. It's not like we're talking about almost 70,000 for Acid stream.
Yeah,
Great.
Acid was the first song
At first,
that
you released.
no, no, it's not, wasn't the first song, but
Okay.
it was the first song that I felt like, all right, this one is doing something. This one is
Okay.
like moving everything around, started to resonate with
Okay.
people more than the previous ones.
Okay, so because of course when we talk a little bit outside the screen, the interview, you mentioned that you had as well an EP or your song as well as kind of a journey. So in
Yeah,
order to let the viewers and the people understand your journey, the first actual single that you put out, because of course that's an important thing, because there was the moment that you said, okay, now I'm recording a single, I'm letting the world knows that Hit Vipers exist. This is the single.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
was the
So
moment that led you there?
the first single I recorded here in Barcelona, and but it was the first proper single I've released was I Won't Break.
Yeah.
And it's a song of resilience. It's song of that resonates with me so deeply with all the sorrow that comes with it, but also all of the love for life and finding a reason to just hang in there, find another reason to live another day.
So
That's about it.
so you started your journey, let's say, with this kind of I won't break. Like this is kind of like the purpose, the thing that I'm starting with. Let's say the purpose that
Yeah.
I'm starting with, and of course, because the last one it's been the enemy. So before we jump out to talk about the enemy, let's go in an order because I think it's important, especially having the single that people can access to the single and listen to each one of them. So there has been I Won't Break, and then moving on, the second single released was because I hear them say it's all 2025, so I'll leave you hear the word
Yeah,
going chronologically.
I don't know if we would go through all of those, but I
Okay,
can mention a few
yeah,
that I feel
that,
like
yeah, kind of
they have
building the journey.
they make sense, you know.
Yeah,
So
sure.
the whole overall journey about these songs is that these songs teach me every time I record a new song, they teach
Okay,
me something new about myself.
beautiful. Okay,
Musically, spiritually, and maybe just in thought, in the ideas, or even principles that I then follow in my life. So
okay.
it's a very interesting journey of
Yeah, yeah, because
of back and forth.
people can release a single and then they can releasing the process. Maybe it's quite the opposite. And say I'm gonna really release the single to let something out of me, and I'm learning something throughout putting that out. So already know something and I put it out. You're kind of basically say maybe I already had this, but I'm learning from my music. Like you never stop to learn, even though it's a beautiful
Absolutely.
point of view.
Eh,
So and moving forward, then that's that at least the one. So in this way, the people can go to listen to this song
Yeah.
you're mentioning. So
So the funny thing about the songs that very like it's surprising to me almost always is that they can appear from nowhere. They do appear from nowhere, and like for example, right? The song Acid, right?
okay,
The song I wrote the first version of the song sitting in a passenger seat of a car that my partner was driving,
okay,
right? She was at the wheel, and I was super mad at her. I mean, like I was about to blow up and start a fight, right? And in my mind was like, okay, I can do the two things. I can start a fight, or I can try to write a song and just let my emotions in there,
Yeah,
try
just
to
go.
channel it into notes app
Yeah,
on my iPhone, uh, and it was there. That's it. Then I came back to the studio and it's like, oh, there's a song. It's done. It's almost like 80% done, and it's an absolutely amazing song. And it just taught me about how I perceive these hard emotions and how I can process them, and it's just
so, so
it's amazing.
So as it is about then a way of letting the emotion flows.
Yeah, and the hard emotions, the ones that
Okay.
make you really angry, that make your blood boil,
Yeah,
and when you're ready to throw fists, those kind of emotions.
yeah, I can kind of relate. So like we could say people kind
Of
of just
course.
find maybe a journal, maybe put two words down because or
Hmm.
just go to
Hmm.
the gym and just try to run because of course there are several ways to just let the
Yeah,
anger sink like do meditation or just do any activities. But sometimes even walking when you have a lot of anger or tough emotion inside is not easy. So maybe could be a good way like to start journaling with no, because also you can reading back, you can understand what was going on in the mind as well. It's kind of also a way to, like you said, to understand and learn how you process and how you are in the moment of could be anger, could be sadness, could be anything, and get to know yourself better and sometimes adjust it, sometimes not, because we don't see each other, from the outside. So that's a good as well, a kind of advice. Let's say some to put down. That's really good because we forget sometimes to write down how we feel. We just only put in our mind. And
yeah,
I like the approach you have with the song that kind of comes with you like spontaneous, like you have these emotion and you. So the songwriting is really important in your songs as well, like you said. And
yeah.
there has been some because of course you write really beautiful songs. You had some influences from the songwriting part, like I don't know, could have been writers, could have been I don't know, musicians about their songwriting, like who influenced, if you had any influences.
So I think all of my influences in terms of songwriting come from the music that I listen to
Okay.
and that I've been listening on like throughout all my life. I enjoyed English music, so British or and US music. Well, basically all the music that's written in English, and I'm all over the place. I mean, like I have my favorite Bee Gees song next to my favorite Metallic song. Then Queen is in there. Mark Knopfler and Dire Straits, come on, and The Animals, Beatles, and well, it just
It's
and even a couple of tracks of Eminem just resonate with me. So I'm all over the place,
about
and I'm loving it. I'm just enjoying it so much.
so it's mainly like we could be mainly about the feelings the song that gives you, like what makes you feel it, regardless of the genre as well. Because we always
Yeah.
like I only listen, for example, rock, and we go that you can't listen that. It's just a bull or shit, whatever. You can I think you can even listen pop. And as I said all the time, she's an underrated genre though, which is pop as well.
Elton John writes some amazing songs. So, and you cannot take it from him. He's absolutely amazing. Although I would prefer rock, maybe,
Of course.
to pop, of course. But it's just the songwriting is. You should. I think one shouldn't constrain
Yeah,
himself to genres in songwriting.
exactly.
Because, like, for me, when I'm writing songs, I'm the I've tried quite a few different approaches in terms of the writing process, right? But the songs that I like, that I write, they do not come from thinking part of me. They
Okay.
come from the emotional part. So
Okay.
I would just play something, some melody or something that I like that sounds nice to me,
Okay.
and then I'll start to mumble, start to just the words they just come out. And the trick there is to have something to record
Yes.
and then transcribe what's been said. And then like, oh, that's
It
what
makes
it's
sense.
about.
It makes sense.
It just And at first I thought it's that's cheating. That's not right. That shouldn't be right. I should be thinking about what I'm writing, right? It's important. Lyrics are important. But then it just came to me that this is my subconscious talking to me. That's
Exactly.
actually
It's,
my authentic self
yeah,
telling me what it's all about. And
exactly. Exactly.
there you go.
Part of you like that your inner self that is already there, that it,
Hmm.
I don't know, with the situation, with the moment you're in live while you are composing, you're thinking or whatever, it just comes out. And with words, I don't know, even maybe words that you change after, but at least the base,
Yeah.
it's there. It's about, and that's when you have the most honest song, when
Yes.
they're in the moment. Or because sometimes, you know, you're like they're sitting with the melody and trying to put out song, and maybe it doesn't come. It's like the block, it's called the block writers, when you
Yeah, writer's
write
block. That's
writer's
right.
block. Yeah, exactly. And you can sometimes, I think anyone that ever wrote something, it felt that. That's why you should
Hmm.
write down only when you feel this kind of feeling or flowing of words, or like you said, feelings.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we understood about acid then. At least you were kind to your girlfriend, to not to your partner, to just don't jump at her, like, okay, that's an healthy way to deal with with the, you know, like not fights, but kind of argument, let's say. That's a good way to deal with that. I would take no.
Yeah.
So, and then after it followed, like for you, as a in terms of, not of importance, but or relevance for your own journey, there was a leaf of brown, suddenly, or there has been some other song.
Yeah. I mean, the Leaf of Brown is um, I I think it's one of the oldest songs that I wrote,
Okay.
like in the good ones, the ones I like. And I've been polishing for so long
Okay.
because I just been playing it to myself for so many times, you know, for quite a while. And um, and every time, well, not every time, but quite a few times, it happened to me that the meaning of the song just comes differently, you
Okay.
know, in different aspects of my life just jump at me and like, oh, this is a song about a romantic relationship that didn't work out and how hard it was, like I don't know, first love or whatever. But then, oh, it's about my father who left me at some point, and the hard feelings that I had there I couldn't process, and it's just well
Yeah.
showed up now in this song. So that it's very interesting. I mean, I think it's a work of the subconscious that just intertwines
Yeah.
everything that happens to you and gives you that. But this bunch of things that has led to the song
Yeah.
makes it so emotional to me. It just brings out the emotion, and I just love singing this song. And it's a good song just to sing to a guitar, without everything else, anything around it. But I think it all well also worked as a band song as well. So yeah, that's a Leaf of Brown. It's a sad song.
But as you said, you can cave, but is it because of, as far as I'm understanding, there's a lot of introspection in your writing, like
Yeah.
a lot.
Hmm.
And if a song that could give you different feelings and meaning, especially for you that wrote you wrote that song, like every time you maybe listen, or maybe every time you try to readjust or something, gives you different meanings. It's kind of also beautiful itself, because it's something maybe connected into really to your inner self, like a part of you that maybe you're still looking out for, and maybe it's trying to give you some hint, the song, like maybe it's for that, maybe it's for that. It's
Absolutely, you're so right. I mean, this thing, the connection that happens with the self and the song is a
yeah,
part of the connection that me as a musician I'm looking for. So through the songs that I connect with, if I know that you, Ada, like the song and you connect with the song, so
yeah,
through the song you're connected with me,
exactly.
and
That's,
this
yeah, that's
this
a
makes
beautiful,
us a
yeah,
tribe.
yeah,
That's
that's what music should do. It's that's one of the reasons that the music, it's kind of the main language as well. It's one of the universal language, and what really brought people together and is bringing people
Yeah.
together, that despite whatever is going on outside, it brought us together. And as well, you know that, for example, in a live show, all the people that are there, they came to see
Hmm.
you know that somehow your music, your songs, your word, your emotion gave them something, gave them
Yeah.
feelings, or a smile, tears, or I don't know, a dancing. So you know that they,
Yeah.
you said they connected with you, and this
Yes.
is when you can say that you achieved what is meant to be like not merely a musician, but yeah, a musician that as well as a connection, like as a human being. Melia would say you achieved as a human being, like to connect with people. And the last song has been Enemy. Then
The enemy. Yep.
okay, so I'll leave you the word about that.
Yeah. So, um, mm, this is a very interesting thing to me because I started writing the song back in Kiev,
Okay.
and I was trying to process the whole thing that's been happening around the war thing, and also about the people who have fled from the war into other countries. And then I moved in a couple of years. I moved, I also moved to other country, and I was looking at the situation from a completely different perspective. So I've seen both sides, and what occurred to me, what is really important in there is for people to start perceiving each other as enemies,
Yeah.
and it just and when I started analyzing this for myself,
Yeah.
I understood that it happens everywhere and all the time. Like here in Barcelona, you could see tourists go home. All right, or maybe you can see negative emotions towards ethnic groups. It
Yeah,
happens all the time. And
exactly.
it happens to people who haven't done anything
Like, yeah,
for anyone to, well, to express any kind of hatred towards them.
yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
yeah, as you see what's
So
happening so far.
that's why,
Yeah, in the United States, in the North, where they're facing the tribal, the indigenous people, it's something unbelievable. So yeah, and unfortunately, it's something that should never happen. They say history repeats, but we should learn from it.
it just, well, yeah, and it just occurs in so many situations,
Yeah,
all of the time, that I felt like I just gotta say that, oh, I don't know. I think that each and every time, each and every person says, "Stop it. We gotta have peace. Stop it. We gotta
yeah,
have peace."
it's
It
it's
it does matters. It does matters.
exactly. It looks like almost they don't kind of say it because they want the attention on them. Then once they get the attention, things are not okay. It's it looks, it's something like they're enjoying to say that they are. I think like they kind of are claiming we want peace, but yeah, but if you want it, there are all the like the parties there that are willing to sit on a table to talk about that, or even if it's done like in the Middle East, then it's not done. It's like superficial things, you know. So this is something that unfortunately, and really, this is I think the first time I guess in our entire life that we're seeing such a global things going on everywhere, and
Yeah,
it's especially in this moment in time, it looks like to be different part of the world on fire, literally on fire, and
absolutely.
so it could be different, like for the horrible war happening in your country that didn't do nothing except being a country, the indigenous people that are, you know, what's happening with ICE and this real horrible administration, and Europe not being closed, almost being, you know, apart from each other, and the in the South Middle East, it's people just even, you know, can't coexist in the same country. It's something that, I mean, there's nothing more beautiful than being, you know, all together. And because I think you're seeing that in places like Barcelona, or as well like Italy, or like especially like I think in the south, so kind of Barcelona or Sicily, or either the south of Spain. This part you have a lot of ethnicity of people. There's a lot of different people from so many cultures, and even if the economy is in the best, that there are problems with the buses, with war, jobs missing, like sometimes,
Yeah.
and they aren't the cleanest places on the earth. But you see, kind of that somehow there is a acceptance.
Yes.
So I'm noticing that, because we are always complaining about, oh, this country is better, the country is better, but then when you see in the southern hemisphere, but also in the northern, well, in the places where I think there is less, you always see these old people literally standing together, and so that's it's a song that really is fitting the world right now, and I think we should get a tattoo about that just as well, to understand the meaning, because I really hope that the world is gonna have a better view about that. So, but you're planning at the moment as well to release other single in this time, like in this, I don't know, month, which is almost March, in April, the second.
Yeah, the next single is coming up. I
Okay.
cannot tell the date
Okay.
because it's yet to be decided, but it's gonna be either end of February or the beginning of the
Okay.
March. So
Okay.
it's gonna be really soon. The song is "The Mother,"
Okay.
and it's obviously about mother and everything connected to it. It's a uh, um. Well, it's just the song that explores the son and mother relationship in different ways, in all of the beauty of it and all of the tragedy of it, and like all
Beautiful.
all in there. It is a sad song again. I'm sorry, but but I really like it. I really hope that you will like it as well. It's absolutely beautiful.
It doesn't have to be always, like songs can be a little bit melancholic or sad or nostalgic, and I don't know, happy. But when a song is beautiful and has the feelings, the heart in it, it's like you're
Yeah.
putting the emotion in there. So it's always beautiful like that.
And musically, I think it's the rockiest song of
Oh,
mine.
okay.
Yeah, we have more guitars in there,
Okay.
more this distortion. Finally,
Okay.
yeah, I'm freaking loving it. It's absolutely amazing.
So you
Uh,
see a kind of a slightly shifting of your sound.
yes, they just have. I don't know. Maybe I'll drift back a little later on.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
know. We'll see if what
You're
resonates with me. You
spontaneous.
know?
Yeah, that's what you're so spontaneous about your music. You don't have like you just go with how you're feeling, with your feeling, and that's how we should live. You going with our feelings. It's beautiful. You are planning about some big release, like just a full length, or some EPs released during.
Um, So hopefully, the plan for 2026
Okay,
is to be releasing singles
okay,
right up until the moment that I feel that I've got a bunch of songs that just fit together into an
okay,
album,
okay,
and I can actually have a full thing that can be brought to a stage as a live show,
okay.
right? Like a full performance, then I'm gonna try to focus on that and try to bring
Okay.
it to life on stage in whatever shape is gonna be
Okay.
have. I still don't know.
So at the moment you don't have you're not performing, you're just writing songs.
Well, smallish performances,
Okay,
like there are so many
lovely.
bars here in Barcelona.
Okay,
There's absolutely
that's
amazing,
totally.
lovely crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's that's also as well a way to just kind of make yourself acquainted with the live shows, with the crowd, make yourself known in the area. So when you will have more songs, or maybe a stage, a bigger stage, your name will already known, at least in Spain. And I hope, and of course more European wise and as well United States wise. So for that, I can give you some content. Don't worry, it's or some names of friends. I said connection with good human souls is always a beautiful thing, because you have
Yes.
friendships, you have, and then you get connection that got friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, and then can develop in collaborations. I
Uh-huh.
can send you some name of a good people really with a heart in here. So otherwise, I don't give because otherwise I don't put them in my life, because they have to be, because I think at our age, or at least when we get older, we choose the people that we want to feel close to. They are similar to each other as an inner self, and make us feel richer inside than we were kids. Because when you're a kid,
Mm-hmm.
you're a kind of random friend, but growing up, you're more likely go to decide who you want in your life or not. That can allow you to grow as well. They grow as well with you. But for the time being, so kids, so we have the enemy. We will have soon release new music. The people for supporting you, of course, they can go through Bandcamp. You have your personal website. So
Yeah. So I've been reviewing what I'm doing when I'm putting myself out there, because during 2025 I've tried everything,
okay,
like TikTok,
yeah,
Instagram,
it's
YouTube.
you're really good with the Instagram though.
I was like doing everything, and by the end of 2025 I was like this.
Drain.
I was absolutely drained. I was like, I
Yeah,
need to do something differently, because it just doesn't
yeah,
leave any space for me to do the things I like. Because
yeah.
I really like making videos. Do this like have a video for each release,
Mhm.
just to well, because I like videos first of all.
Oh,
The second
I
thing.
agree. They give you a visual, and also they make you feel better as well. It's like a story sometimes, a short
Yeah.
short
It's just
film.
a part of the whole thing. That's
Yeah.
it's just gotta be there. And the other thing is that I've tried to teach myself to create those videos, because
But you
like
did it by yourself.
so the videographer I've met a videographer who's
Okay.
filming the thing.
Okay.
Uh, right. She has her camera, or
Okay.
whatever she uses for shooting. But then eventually I ended up editing the thing myself, and like putting it together myself, because I've tried working with editors and everything, but it's just one of those things
Yeah.
you'd better do yourself. It's just so hard to express what you want to see in there, and better do this. So yeah, I've been trying to learn how to do this properly, or the way that I would enjoy the end result, and I'm just loving it. I'm not sure if it's you know best investment of resources,
I am.
time and money, everything, but I just love it. I just love it,
Yeah,
and.
it's beautiful. I understand that, because sometimes you're like in a point when kind of a standing point that you're like, wait, I should release more content, like video content, or I should go more with videos, music videos that of course they go on YouTube, so to the other platform, and then I should put some snippet of my video in my social, and you're like, these are
It's
horizontal, and I have them to put vertical. Believe me, I'm the same with interviews. I'm not that big of I started as a photographer, so just give me a camera and I'm okay. I'm not an editor, so I had a video maker for the interviews. When she left,
mm,
I was like, okay, so now what should I do? I had the preset, and I started to learn a little bit about that. And I had started to have this kind of preset of it was like about 15 years ago, kind of horizontal, the classical things on YouTube, interviews. Just when you have a clean, polished way of seeing an interview, you have the intro, you have the little bit interview with, so the people can see you are interviewing, and then it goes the interview. But then I was like, wait, I don't put nothing on social media. And then I went with the horizontal thing on Instagram. But then all these things started to become vertical. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. I know there are so many programs for podcaster or musician, and anything, content creator, they can make you work vertically. I'm like, nah, that may be for, I don't know, because the landscape mode is something that can make you see the quality itself also better. So
Yeah.
but it's the tough things about the editing, especially when it comes to music. You have to add the music that is synchronizing as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So doing
Yeah,
that,
lots of details in there. I agree so much. But like, well, the truth is, you gotta put yourself out there, right?
exactly.
Uh, one way or the other, you gotta choose your poison, as they say, and just decide what you're gonna go with. So in 2026, I decided that I'm gonna go with Instagram. I'm still
Okay.
gonna be using YouTube for
Okay.
the long videos, right? I'm not abandoning this thing. I just love it. As I said, this is for me, and I
Yeah.
think people who really are invested in my music, they enjoy these things. And I'm trying to marry two worlds. Just like you said, I have this wide angle footage, but then I crop it into the
Yeah.
portrait and reuse it on Instagram for reels and stuff like this. I'm dialing down the number of content that I'm putting out.
Okay.
I just feel I'm not coping with this rush and
Yeah. It's a
doing it
heavy.
every day.
Yeah.
But I hopefully I'll find the middle ground in 2026. Well, I'm doing it right now, so I feel like I'm
Of
doing
course,
better.
but I think as well, like, I mean, we get to know each other today, but I guess you're really spontaneous person that goes with the flow. So maybe you're gonna go like that for a while. Let's see if it works. Maybe you're gonna go with that, but mainly I think for you, because if it was working for you, somehow it's going to work, and that's the thing, it's going to work as well for other people, because we think that, oh, we're going to post every day, once per week. I spoke with so many PR agencies for helping a friend. She's an amazing, I will send her your contact to her, and she's amazing she's an amazing singer, and
Hmm,
she was asked to play in a band called Dogma. There's a metal.
okay.
She refused because it was a really kind of female, too much they were using them. So she had to paint her face. She said she didn't have to say her name. They were paying 100 gigs for show, 100 euro, which is they are a big band. I mean,
That's really cool.
that no, that's a for being just a woman, just kind of at least the band they should get more. And the contract said, oh, you
Mm.
only get 100, you only get this, and
Ah,
even if you write song, once you're gonna left, the song is gonna be our. That's kind of
ooh.
the contract not good. So she passed. She said no, thank you, and she started to go by herself making content. And I told her just try to make a plan. So we started to make a plan, like try to explain why you're making this music. Try to explain who are you. And she has this beautiful thing that she captures people with her because she's really humble and emotional, sometimes sensitive. And when you are yourself, and she thought that didn't work. So because she's like doing covers, all these musicians that do covers online, they have a lot of following, because I see how she can play the guitar, that song, he can do that, she can do that. And I said, why don't you explain what their songs means for you, and ask to the people what the song means for them? Just kind of interaction. And that worked somehow, because she went by herself, like, this is me, this is Ashley, this is me. And
Yeah.
and she started, and that's the girl that I showed your profile, that I said you should, like, you see that it's really simple. There's a video just playing your music, just doing nothing like acrobatic or super mega working, just being yourself. And sometimes when you're yourself and you think that things are not working, but things are working better because you're putting yourself out. So the people that are coming for you and that are following you and they're listening your music or seeing your content is because they feel it.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
always say as well. And I never cared about number in interviews or things. That's I'm putting out. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, whatever. That's be true. And that's as well I see from your music that you never went there with the intention of I'm gonna be the next Mark Knopfler. You went there with the intention just of being just simple, and there, of course, your content is of quality, is good. It's not that you're there putting content really like because you have to. You can see the intention behind it, and there is good content. And as well, the voice. Like I said, you have an amazing voice. It's
Thank you so much.
one of a kind voice, and the personality that you build yourself, like that you make it. Because, like I said, you question yourself, like this song will teach me, and still today saying I'm developing. I don't know what I want. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for. Many musicians that would have said, "Oh, I know who I am. That's why I put that song out." You see, that's the thing. Being humble still today, and I have to say, and also what you've been going through, because the living in the beginning. I mean, in the beginning, in the war is not the. I don't know what it feels, but it's not definitely the best feeling in the world. It's terrible. So, for here, my congratulations. You're really fucking strong human being. Really. I mean, that's
Thank-
not. I would probably have a 20,000 panic attack by then, really, or run away immediately. But at least so so for you, music is an entire journey, and it still is a journey.
Yeah, yeah, and I hope it's a journey, lifetime journey. That's what I'm hoping
That's
for.
good.
That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to. You know, you said that like I'm not. I don't want to be next Mark Knopfler, and it's like it's true. I'm creating music for myself, about myself, about my experiences. But it's also true that I want, through this music, I want to connect to as many people as possible,
Okay.
but not by adjusting the music so more people will like it,
Yeah.
but more but by making the music like better for myself, and using tools like Instagram or whatever social medias we have to find the people that resonate with my music, because they're like what, 8 billion people out there, right?
I have no idea, maybe more, because we at least that we knew that are legally, because of course there are unfortunately those poor illegal people without. So I think maybe way more. And as we are talking, people are, there are new babies on the world. So the number grows moment by moment, but which is beautiful, by the way, because it's a beautiful full world of souls, not like people say, oh, we are too many. No, we are not. We will never too,
No,
I think. And
no.
of course, like, so if you like, for example, because of course I ask like about your journey, but about your influences, but if you would have like really the chance to go on stage to, let's say, tomorrow, and but to build your own, let's say, lineup of musicians that you would like to have in an evening. I don't say a festival because it's too wide. Who we are gonna pick, and let's pick a name for this evening.
This is
Or day.
this is a terrible question.
Yeah, but we have to
All
be more picky.
all right, all right. So one name that jumps out at me, and I'm not okay. I'm not gonna explain first. I'm gonna tell you. Do you know Jack Savoretti?
No, I don't think so.
Jack Savoretti. He's Italian actually,
Okay.
but he sings in English. I would love to be on stage with this guy. Of course, the big ones. I'm terribly in love with guys like Aerosmith, or who's playing now. Yeah, well, Mark's still on stage. I would love to see him next to me. That's for sure. That would be amazing. But then again, I'm in love with guys like Tom Odell. He's other breed of singer-songwriters. He's
Oh,
absolutely
really?
amazing. He's so touching, and there's soul in his music, and he's absolutely beautiful. So yeah. There's one band that I really love to listen to. It's
Okay.
KALEO, the Icelandic band.
Hey.
You know them, of course. So yeah, well, I can go on forever, but it just it's just such a terrible question to ask. I'm sorry.
Is that we? I think that the influences changes as well, like day by day and
Yeah.
month by month. But of course, like how we would call this? Like if we have to give a name to your live show, how we would call them as a first name, first live show, for example.
Mm.
You have to name it too.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, if I would go into right now,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would
it's
be the
always
end.
at the moment, like you're living like this evening.
It would be the enemy. That I think
Okay.
that this message right now
No, yeah,
is what burns inside of me.
yeah,
It's just so alive, and I think it would resonate with people out there. And these kind of songs, in my life, there's a song that's of course, the Imagine by John Lennon,
yeah,
right? You remember the song, and well, this is one of the songs that I grew up with, right? And to me, what's been said in the song was absolute truth.
yeah,
Was like, that's okay, this is a common knowledge, if you will. And I thought, okay, everybody listen to the song. Everybody know the song, it's very popular, and everybody thinks this way. They all agree on the values that are in the song.
yeah, yeah,
And when everything just like went to I'm trying not to swear here. I'm doing my best. I don't know. I don't know if
yeah,
you're if you swear in the show, but when everything went south, when war broke out and everything, it was like mind bending for me. Like we've listened to the same song.
yeah.
We grew up to the same song. How? How? Okay.
I,
Uh,
but
Now I understand that we need to repeat the message again and again and again for new generations, for people who haven't heard it.
yeah, yeah,
That's what I would want to say now at
yeah,
the moment.
that's true because we need to remind and build these things as well, like you said, for further generation. And especially because the generation that will be our age, we will be older, so that will be the generation leading us. That's the
Yeah.
thing which as, as far I'm seeing, there are some people really standing up against a lot all these bad things, and they are
Yeah.
young. And I'm seeing that in Italy during the Winter Olympics, there has been now the lot of protests. I was like, well, sometimes proud of Italy. Okay, people can stand up for themselves, and it doesn't have to be only with the protesting, because you can do it only even by just helping the others. Or there
Yeah.
are so many ways to just do the right things, because I think if you want to help, like I said to everyone, to every time, especially like for example what's happening in United States with ICE and detaining the native people of the land. Like I said, what people can do, we do in Europe, because I don't know what to do, how to help people that are there, like how to help people that are in Ukraine. What should I do? So I give them a place to speak, or they say how they can be helped, through maybe foundings, or helping them with music, for example. And people have different ways. And of course, I think sometimes the message arrives, sometimes you have to put the message more than once out there, because people are a little bit deaf, especially the older generation. So
Mm.
I think, and I'm keep on going. That's because I said I don't want to, like I don't want to end up to be like I'm not a political thing that you talk, but something about it's about being united, just being all of ourselves. That's what music helps us, and arts in general, arts, man, the music arts. When you see a painting, you don't, it doesn't matter where that painting came from. It can be a Thai painting, it can be Indian, it can be anything, but it's beautiful. So as well the
Yeah.
music, as well the movies. How many beautiful movies there are from North Europe, from Norway, for example. I never saw one of those movies that are amazing. Movies from even from Japan. These are
Yeah.
artistic. So and as well music. I'm finding out about music that I never heard from. For example, of course, it's really famous. I guess you know him. I really got the chance to. I'm enough lucky to spoke with Estas Tonne.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't know. He said, "Why you're interviewing?" I was like, because he make this question to like, "Why you chose me?" I was like, "Hey, wait, how?" I was like blocked because your, I don't know, your music heals even who is not even who is healed. And the way
True.
he spoke and the way he was in the interviews, like I was like, shut up. It was just so, and because it's one of those musicians that you got in touch and he spoke globally. His music speak to all the world. And
Yeah, beautiful soul.
yeah, and
That's amazing.
he went through the hell and back. And his music and the message that is always put out there, like my music is not for money, my music is there. And you know, like this way of living life, he always being stay true to himself. Like if he feels stadium, but at the same time he plays on the corner of the road, sitting there and hanging out with people. That's what I like when someone, you see that it's really an artist. And
Yeah.
I never knew about him. If not about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, and I was like, where I have been in all my life, you know. That's when I said, okay, because I don't listen metal, so I listen rock or hard rock, so I a little bit moved, and I said, okay, you know what, I should. And after him, a lot of new musician flows into my life, like um, could it be guitarist, even rappers, any type of, even techno. It didn't matter who was. He's the person behind the music.
Yeah.
If it's the extremist genre, or if it is the softer one, if the soul behind it is pure, or it has a good intention, I start to like the song. I never listened that metal, but one song I listened to, and as well, like it was with your music. I'm more in tune with your music, with your sound, because it's kind of like, I call it, for me, it's like, you know, I wake up in the morning, I put the music and I leave it there while I'm having breakfast or I'm meditating. Because as well as you know, your music, I use it one session of meditation with a
Oh,
client.
see.
Yes, with a client.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just simple. I call it mindfulness. It's mindfulness. It was just mindfulness meditation. So being aware of the music, being aware of the surrounding. So I guess as well, your music has a healing vibe, could have been. So for me, at least, that's. But I guess as well from other people. So I think if you can ask, I think you can have the same reply, because they said for you, your intention that you put in music are for finding yourself, for maybe healing yourself, for
Yeah.
going on a journey, and what you're putting in your music is reflect to other people as well somehow. And
This is one thing I want to say here is this is one thing that has happened to me when when I was going through this journey of coming back to music,
yeah,
you know, at some point I started feeling like I'm going back in time inside of myself. So I was like, okay, now I'm younger. Now I'm younger again. And now I'm younger again. So I think that some kind of healing is
yeah,
definitely within us when we start to process the stuff that has happened to us during our lifetime. So
exactly.
yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful that you use the sound for the meditation session. That is so cool.
I think it is when you can use a music for meditation, and believe me, it can even be an extreme music. I think, as I said, I even, I mean, not for meditating, but I have two good friends that they are amazing souls that are doing acid techno. I don't listen to that music, but they're such a good person that I put their music in the gym, for example. But sometimes for having a boost of when you feel like literally knocked down, I have this kind of BPMs in the head that doesn't let you think, and so I move. But when
Yeah.
your music is like as well, like I need to understand, or maybe I need to feel, then you put that music, at least for me speak. And also, especially because since you have to understand and feel, is what it's when up in mindfulness, because you have to understand
Hmm.
surrounding what's and not escaping, but
Uh-huh.
getting aware that you're okay. So it's, I guess, at least I know myself, and I can listen to different music in different places. But for me, when I put this music for a client that is coming to my session or is coming to me to work with me, like say, okay, I'm gonna there, I don't know, I have intrusive thoughts. Okay, we just put some music, just breathe, like the breath working thing. And we just slowly I put your music, and it was Spotify, so I didn't even know the song was out. For sure, Enemy was out because it was after I reached you out, and it went smoothly. I mean, the person felt calm. There wasn't no anxiety going out. There was no difficulty to breathing. There was so the breath was synchronized, was smooth. So I mean, I think after a while you can make some workshop about yoga mindfulness or mindfulness, which
This is absolutely beautiful. Okay, the only song that I wrote intentionally as a message to some person who's been going through, been fighting an addiction, and going through this hell of fighting an addiction, is Guiding Light.
yeah.
It's a song about going through this and just keep going. But this what she's telling me is just music to my ears. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, just
Thank you for sharing this.
you really think about maybe one day when you will feel just even to do something, to try to do some small class or workshop or whatever to about like, because I think you can I mean, I put it there and I will keep on putting it because of course if I see someone that is I don't know, too much energetic, I'm gonna put something really calm, maybe nature sound. But if someone is already calm, I can go with the music that I feel is fitting the person. Like, and
Hmm.
now that you get explain better the meaning of your music, the journey that has been, it's even more clear that if for me, or if someone that I know is going through a moment of unknown in their life, that's a beginning, a small compass to start with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if at the moment
Oh,
in time we would like to give a description, so not sound but in general about your music to the people that never heard about you, how we could describe your whole music, like your whole music journey. Don't worry, take the time.
yeah. I would say that my music is born from search of my authentic self through exploring the feelings and the experiences that I went through. And also, they are a search for beauty
That's
in the
beautiful.
sound.
That's, yeah, that's beautiful.
There you go. That's what I think.
And this came spontaneously because you were looking, were staring at point and thinking, and then the words were coming out of. So, okay.
I was trying not to think. That this is the hardest part. Well, because the question is so big that I could spend a week just sitting there and writing an answer. It's impossible. It's impossible to answer from the thinking mind. It's
Yeah,
absolutely.
but of course, because
Uh,
it's your soul in sound, it's your soul in word, it's the moment you're living, like the acid song that you said, that was a moment in time with the person that it's like as well, like it could have been even used, for example, in a sometimes in how to deal with the relationship or even with yourself to in order to not hurt the ones you love, for example,
yeah.
that's a beautiful things that sometimes I have to send these songs to my mom or my no my dad. Wait, my dad. Yeah, I will do that. I don't know people that they have to start to write down or maybe think before just
Well, please share the experience with me. I would love to hear how it goes.
no, don't worry. Like I know, like, but of course, like I mean, there are, as I said, there are musicians. There are that I think when you have a gift, the most beautiful way is just to share it and keep on sharing it. Because I ended up to not listening really I listen to big bands, like I love the big bands. Of
Of
course,
course.
I love Whitesnake. I love those
Yeah.
this kind of hard rock, that the classic ones, Zeppelin, like this the classical
Yeah.
music. It gives you kind of a feel. There was always a feeling and real life going on there. But sometimes I like to get lost in medieval symphony, but I find out in more recent times that the music that is, I don't know, coming out from this very moment in time, it's something different about the songwriting. it's talking a lot about what's going on from any perspective. What is going on about about when went United States, about women not having the rights on, and everything that can happen. The fact that at some point in your life you have to follow the society, get married, having kids, when maybe you want a different lifestyle, stay in your place, follow your parents' path, because when you are in a generation in between, like say millennials, you are a little bit confused where you want to go. So where am I supposed to go? And there are
Right.
people, I think, because they're experiencing that put that into music, and with different
Yeah.
sound, maybe more rockish, more pop, more blues, I don't know, or soft music. That's because maybe we all are feeling that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to listen to this music in the morning, and because it's about, I don't know, it's just about moving forward. My ex, for example, moving forward the person, but in a positive way, not in a way that you have. And I'm sure, like, even now that I have a lot of to dealing with these things going on in the United States, and I have to put out all these news almost constantly, which is a lot, to add in your minds, and as well hear from people there, which is a different story. One thing that I always said is that never ask the news to the news. Just ask the news to the people living in that place at that moment. They are the only
Yeah.
something. And I still remember that I got the first interview with a band from Ukraine, Star Crystal. They are such lovely guys. I did an interview with them. It was 2 years ago, I guess, 3 years ago.
Hmm.
And the woman, the singer, she was in the United States, I guess, or somewhere in Europe. But the three guys were still in Ukraine. I guess they were come back from military operation. I don't know, but that have been on the field. They were standing in the line, and as soon as one was stepping back, or they were correcting each other to being on the line, like they were. And for me, that was like you can see it, but they were so used in the last few years to standing like in the front line, like with their bodies still. That for me was like just was tough to see, because
Yeah.
and I can't imagine for them what it meant. So when you have this like, and the only way to say like, just and I will have in a week another interview with them, because in some way these are the people that can tell actually what is really happening in the entire world. Even people, maybe it could be in Russia, people can be in Palestine, can be in whatever, Israel, wherever they can be, they can tell you how they feel, which is not mainly about the situation, but it's mainly about also the feelings. So
Yeah.
that's why, for example, as I said, tomorrow, for example, I wake up and I want to start a song with a smile, or maybe I'm angry with people pissing me off, which I was yesterday. So if I knew about I said yesterday, I would start. I will put tonight. I'm sure I will put tonight. Now I knew that I will have a lot of people writing me for going out, which I don't want to, and I will please let me be. I need to stand with myself, and I will start to put out this music. So that's why I think like musician like you should always keep on writing their emotion, and especially because you have a gift, your voice, your skills to put it out. And I try to stay out there as long as you can. I know it's not easy because you have like it's economically it's expensive. You have to think about a lot of things. There's a lot of effort. So I know that sometimes it's kind of a side job, but I will try to give you some people abroad over the pond that can even for a child, an exchange of thoughts, of experiences, can maybe help or not. But for my point, from my part, just keep on releasing music, because it's as soon as I saw it, was like, okay, this is a good talented musician, so it's really talented. So
Oh my God. You're way too kind, Adif. Thank you so much for
no, I'm
doing
just
this for
saying
me. And
I'm just saying what
it's
yeah, so you were saying.
yeah, it's just yeah, and connecting with people is very important. As told you, I'm I'm very open to this, and the universe keeps presenting me with the right people, and I believe that you are one of the people that gonna well gonna help me write another chapter of the journey, you know,
Yeah,
another part of the journey, and like. Please do what you do. Please do
Yeah.
your magic, and it will work.
Yeah, and of course, like I can't wait to hear the new songs that you will be releasing in this next weeks or next month. And if you and your girlfriend one day wants to take a trip in Sicily, the door are open. I can welcome both of you anytime just to show you I mean as well, but, the beaches and the
I always wanted to go to Sicily. It's one of my dreams. I love Italy so
bring your
much.
partner, and just uh gonna be a nice. I mean, the door are open, so for both of you, anytime you want to join, is a pleasure. Really, just
Thank you, Ada. Thank you, Ada. The same here. If you ever find yourself going to Barcelona, just throw me a note and I'll be there.
thank you so much. And we'll stay in touch for the interview. We'll send you some contact as well. And greetings to your partner. I think she has a name because I'm calling partner all the time. So I said
Yeah,
greetings to your partner. Okay.
yeah, Kate. Kate, if
Okay.
your name is Kate.
So greetings to Kate, and
Thank you.
talk soon. And thank you for the time.
It was a pleasure, Ada. It was so nice to talk to you tonight, and I'm looking forward to see the interview online. It's gonna be nice. I think we had a very, very nice conversation here.
Yeah, thank you. And enjoy this evening.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
You